Turn the lights on, turn up for the team, buy up everything. We don't need a reason, we just need the cream. Turn up for the team, we live in a dream. Let the family business begin. Turn up for the team, turn up for the team, turn up for the team, turn up for the team.
What it is, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Shot J, and I'm back again with another reaction video, man. This time we got Wansee Entertainment, true scary story about my dreams and my past life. Yo, it sounds absolutely terrifying. But hey, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you know your boy is posting, man. If you feeling this video, make sure you let me know by dropping a like or by leaving a comment down below. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go follow all my social medias. They are listed above. But let's go ahead and get into the video.
I currently live in South Korea, and this story is about my experience. I used to suffer from nightmares without any reason during my freshman midterm exam.
This music is horrible. Like, it's like some out-of-tune horns in the background. I don't know if y'all got headphones in, y'all definitely can hear it. Like, this shit is horrible.
First, I couldn't remember my dream well when I woke up and just thought it was because of stress, as it was the middle of the exam period. However, the nightmare continued on and on even after the exam, and it became clearer, so I remembered it vividly in the end. And the weird thing was not just that. Exactly 4 dreams kept repeating. In the first dream, I grab a woman in hanbok from a large Hanok-style house and drag her down to the front yard.
Oh.
Then I beat her. Second, the same woman is crying on the ground, and I pull her hair and drag her to the well at the end of the yard. Third, the woman cries with her face covered with tears and blood and begs me in front of the well, "For mercy's sake, please forgive me." Then the person who seems to be me stares at her, and then I laugh and push her into the well. Lastly, it is the strangest and the most ominous dream. I can hear a woman's voice, but all I see is a well in front of me. I approach the well, and there's a woman smiling with tears in her eyes. And she bursts out laughing and keeps on saying this: "Slow and steady wins the game. What a joy." I couldn't sleep well while I had these 4 nightmares over and over again, all month long. So one day, I ended up going to a fortune teller. After he listened to my story, he said it would be more helpful to experience my past life than to interpret my dream. Half uneasiness and half doubts, I started to experience my past life. And surprisingly, it overlapped with my dream. In my past, I was a woman and I had a maid whose name was Seon. My appearance was not exceptional, and I wasn't talented, while Seon was beautiful and had many talents. Then one day,
so you was a
I
hating
heard
ass
from the
bitch, huh?
people who seemed to be my parents that they wanted to make Seon marry someone after lying about her being their daughter instead of me. I got angry when I heard that, and the next day I grabbed Seon's hair and threw her into the front yard as soon as my parents went to the other house to discuss marriage. For no reason, she started to beg me. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry." It made me angrier, so I stomped on Seon's body violently and beat her in the face until she was covered in blood.
Well, why attack her? She had nothing to do with this.
Then her clothes slipped down, and I could see a big bruise on her belly. When Seon fell on the floor and sobbed without moving, I then grabbed her hair and headed for the well at the end of the yard. She cried and cried out for help, but I ignored it and pushed her into the well. Finally, I went back into the room and locked the door. My past life experience just ended that way. I think it would be better for you to visit her. After experiencing my past life, he introduced me to a shaman. Usually, I didn't believe that kind of stuff, and especially hated shaman stuff. But he continued. The shaman is originally a doctor. People who suffer from ghosts or spirits come to them, just as sick people are treated by doctors. But money makes people do some crazy things. So the next day, I visited the shaman with my friend. And when I started talking about my dreams and past life experiences, she suddenly laughed at me. She laughed frantically that her teeth were all exposed. But then she suddenly looked serious. Her expression was so creepy that I sat still without saying anything. Then she said, "Slow and steady wins the game. You have killed her and enjoyed your life, and you haven't even collected her body. How cruel you were. She won the game." She glared at me, but then looked up into the air and suddenly started to drop tears. Poor thing. How scary and sad she would have been.
So
she muttered for a long time, then asked me again, suddenly with a startled look. "Do you have a baby who will be born soon?" Suddenly, I remembered that my aunt had a month left before childbirth. And
I was about to say, that bitch gotta check and see if she's pregnant. Like, damn.
Her baby shoes. I was so surprised that my eyes were wide open and stared at her. And this time, she banged the desk and asked again,
"Bitch, don't make me ask no more."
Am I right? Now, being scared of this situation, I cried and nodded. Then the shaman said, "No, you're in big trouble. It's too late.
That's your ass.
You should have killed the baby."
Huh?
When she spoke to herself, my friend asked, "No way. Why do they have to kill the baby? Why? This woman killed people in her past life. That wasn't enough. She threw her in the well and enjoyed her life. Her anger and resentment have piled up over and over, and now she came to her." I couldn't understand what the shaman said, so me and my friend were thinking for a long time, and she yelled again, "She will come back as a baby. Now listen to me. Do not stay with the baby after it's born. You must never be with her until her first birthday." "Why?" my friend asked. She then sighed and replied, "The baby remembers the past." After that, we left the shaman's house and went home saying that she was a freak or something like that.
Alright, well, that's your ass.
Surprisingly, I no longer had nightmares after I met her. After a month and a little longer, my cousin was born. And a few days later, I visited my aunt with my mother. When she asked my aunt what her child's name was, she smiled and answered. At that moment, my heart sank with her words.
Heart dropped out your ass, didn't it?
My mother-in-law went to the naming center for her first grandchild, and they told her to name her Sion. Then she will do well and have a healthy life. That's what they told her. I thought it was just a coincidence, but my uncle next to me laughed and said, "But hey, you know what's interesting?"
I mean, it's a coincidence if you name somebody Sam, or Will, or Tom. Sion, who the hell you know named Sion? Come on, bruh.
Has a big mole on her belly. At first, I thought something was stained, so I tried to erase it, but it wasn't that. Then, as he lifted up the baby's clothes and showed her belly, I collapsed on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of the woman's bruise I saw in my past life.
That's your ass.
I told my mom that I would go first because I wasn't feeling well and left the hospital right away.
Feeling like you better get your ass whooped.
I explained everything to my mom when she arrived home. She just laughed at me at first, but it seemed like she thought about my story. So she took me to a temple the next day. A monk took me and my mother to the sermon hall, and we both performed a memorial ceremony for a few days for a woman named Sion, with a sincere apology. I felt sorry for my aunt, but I had to contact her only by phone and text until the baby's first birthday party. About 2 months later, I had a dream. A woman came to me and I could see she was crying. After I woke up, I called the shaman I had visited before and she said, "Okay, everything is over. You'll be fine." Frankly speaking, I still don't have the courage to see my baby cousin, but hope I can smile at her and see her face someday.
I mean, that story's all over the place. Not gonna lie to you. But hey, man, if y'all enjoyed this video, man, make sure to let me know by dropping a like or by leaving a comment down below. That's gonna be it for this video right here, man. Make sure you stick around to the channel for more videos dropping, man. This is your boy Shy J, and I'm out. Peace.